What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here.
Rick in here.
And in today's XLeads weekly support call, we are going to be talking about how to find cash buyers using XLeads. So we are live here, and what we do every single, pretty much every single Wednesday, Saturday morning. We go out here. Something about the mastermind calls. Every single Saturday morning, we go live here and we talk something about XLeads, and we're here to help support you. So today we are going to be talking about how to find cash buyers inside of XLeads. Now, there's a lot of ways to find cash buyers. There's pretty much two pretty simple ways on the basic plans, and then on the X plans, there's about four. I'd say three main ways to find buyers. So let's get into here and share how to find cash buyers with the power of XLeads. So let's get in here and let's share how to do it. So all we do is go into lead pipes, and then we choose our market. Let me know, guys, in the comments, what market should we do? Okay, we're going to do Oklahoma City. So I'm going to change the color here. Red. All right, let's do Oklahoma City.
A state.
There we go. Probably should do county, but whatever. Okay, Oklahoma City. And now we have the results of Oklahoma City all in here. Now, what we're going to do is, this is pretty much the most simple version, the most simple way to do this. But you go to this little drop-down arrow right here. You see that little arrow? So click that. And we're just going to scroll here to cash buyers. And we are going to find the cash buyers. So that's good. There's 66,000, which is just way too much for us to be doing. So how do we kind of make this smaller? How do we kind of analyze this, make it smaller, kind of get some more understanding of how to do this better? Okay. So let's go here and just go into filters, and we're just really going to filter this down even more. Now, I want buyers to buy something for at least $60,000. And in Oklahoma City, max it out at 400.
I don't know, that's got to filter much.
No. We're going to do just single family properties right now. You can leave multi in there if you want. All right, cool. And then we don't care about liens, owner types. I like business and individual. You don't want a financial cash buyer, a government-owned cash buyer. We can add a trust in there too. Years of ownership does not matter because they're buying this thing for cash. Now, the really important thing we can do about cash buyers here is we get to choose in here what type of cash buyer we want. More specifically, do you want an in-state cash buyer, or you could choose an out-of-state cash buyer? This is all done pretty much through mailing addresses. But if I just want cash buyers who are out-of-state, I can do out-of-state absentee owner. Again, absentee owner is somebody who owns the house but does not live in the house.
Typically a landlord.
A vacant property is nobody's living in it. What it means is the owner's not living in the house, but someone is living there. It's not vacant. So those are the difference. Out-of-state, usually it's a landlord, but sometimes they have like a cousin or someone, like a friend living in there.
Or it could be a vacation property.
So out-of-state absentee owner, let's see here. Definitely a lot smaller, right? But, we don't have to get into that part yet. And now here we have our loan to value. Pretty cool, though. We do have a brand new equity filter, which is really cool.
Oh, wow.
So just got that added in there. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's definitely just works the same as that. So we can go in here in the equity. Again, doesn't really matter to me, I'll be honest with you, because there's no equity really care for cash buyers, because equity must be 100%, right? So, but yeah, that's pretty dang cool here. But yeah, so the most important part here is the cash buyer thing was selected. So sales date's going to be the important one. So we want to make sure that this was someone who bought a house in the past 3 months, all cash. Now, you're at 556, which is pretty dang cool. And that's a pretty good one to do. I think that's plenty of good cash buyers. I will tell you, we did release a small little mini update today before Monday, and it's exclusive for everybody on this live stream. I'll share with you something pretty cool. But inside the software, again, XLeads is doing things no other software does. And this is a software built for wholesalers by wholesalers. So we're doing a wholesaling thing. Here, let me share with you, everyone. Who's ready to see it? I'm actually very curious. Who's ready to see it? Let me know in the comments. Who's ready to see it? This is pretty dang cool.
I'm ready.
This is why you guys be on these streams. Because not really talked about. Let's see here. All right. Some sort of mic sounding weird. Hello. Test it out.
Test 1, 2, 3.
All right. We got some people. They're right. They want to see this new release. All right. Let's break this down. And I'm excited to release it today because we're going to see who copies us. Huh. But you go to filters, and there's a new double closings tab.
Okay.
So if you go to the question mark, what does this mean? What is the maximum number of days between previous sale contract and current recording date? Think about that.
Maximum number of days between previous sale contract date and current sales recording date. That hurts my head just thinking about that.
Well, basically what it does is so what's the maximum amount of days in between the sales of properties? So for example, the property was bought on March 29th and then sold on March 30th.
Yeah.
So if I put 1 day in between here, let's get rid of it. So we're not going to find much here. Let's do all sales dates. We're going to be finding double closings, which guess what that means? What do you think that means if it's double closing?
It's an investor.
It was a wholesale deal, baby. So that's pretty dang exciting. On top of this too, we've been told a lot. We need to add more data on the skip tracing. So we have added more data on the skip tracing. And this is all the rollouts. So again, is it perfect? I'm not going to say it's perfect, but it's pretty dang good. Okay. Come on. So now we're able, and guys, I did a live stream yesterday about copying where other wholesalers are doing deals. I'm able to find the double closings inside of the markets. So now I know this deal right here was most likely a wholesale deal. Cha-ching. And basically, this is from 2022, but this property was bought for $205 and then sold for $240 within 24 hours. What do you suspect from looking at this?
It looks like a wholesaler provided value to an in-cash buyer and someone that worked quickly. Even if it's a double closing, it doesn't matter. It just means they can move with speed. They have cash and they're seasoned investors. So I like it. I mean, the only thing if you can get more detail on them and find out, additional stuff they own, but like you couldn't find this on your own. Like it would, I wouldn't even know how to work the filter. I don't know any other company that can do filters like that outside of XLeads.
Yep, and then we got more data on the skip tracing, so it's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. It's pretty dang cool. So the double closings feature is going to be really cool today because you're able to go out here and figure out exactly where other wholesalers are doing deals, which is going to get a little nutty. So let's go back to cash buyers. Sorry, I get sidetracked pretty quick on this because I get so excited to share it. But you just put that at 0. You want to do 1 day, 2 days, not really that good. Last sale date, let's do last 3 months. There we go. And now you got all these cash buyers, right? They're all skip trace ready to go. Obviously, what we're going to do here is we are going to select all of them out of my leads, download, standard, lead trace. We can add other, and then boom, click that and get it exported. So pretty dang simple. That's a good one to call, text, put in ninja mode, go nuts. That's definitely one of my favorite ones on there. Now, there's other ways to find cash buyers, but I'll tell you that is personally the easiest one for you to be doing right now. Now, inside of XLeads, there's a couple other things we can do. For example, if you want to go to, let's see here. Let me just clear my filters. Okay, reset. Okay, we're all reset. Perfect. Okay. Now we can go look here on. Okay, we're Oklahoma City. Awesome. All right, we're going to click that. We're going to go back to cash buyers. Now we're going to go to filters. Now we did also add some new MLS stuff because Everyone's been pretty much telling me about MLS. I use the software for MLS wholesale. I'm like, bro, let me just put it. Wholesaling is in XLeads. XLeads is the all-in-one wholesaling software. So what do we add? So we added this too. It's called Profit Potential. Pretty much what this is, if you want to read it yourself, is it takes what the AVM, the valuation that XLeads has, the XLeads value, and what it's listed for. And what it finds is how much below the estimated value is the property listed for on the MLS. So if XLeads thinks the house is worth 200, it's listed for 150. It'll have a 30% profit potential.
Yeah.
It's pretty dang good for MLS wholesaling.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not my favorite, but we just got to add that in there because why not?
At least you got a shot if you're going to do that.
But what I'm going to do is click sold MLS properties. Now you might be like, Zach, why am I looking at sold MLS properties? I'm going to look at sold MLS properties for cash for the past month. These are all the MLS properties that sold in the past month. So for example, we can look at this property right here. We could see 1901 Oso Avenue. Oso Avenue. So we get some owner insights on there, and you can get sold MLS properties. These are going to be a little bit more higher end buyers, but this Kyle Lester guy, he's going to be a decent person to go talk to. He bought this property on the MLS. So if you want to deal with like a certain type of buyer, this could definitely be the right person for you. Now, currently we're working on some good data on this, but we have the current listing information. We see what's sold for and all this stuff. Now, what you would have to do is, we are getting this information, but I would look up this property and find the buyer's agent. So you have to do it under Google, unfortunately, because every MLS is a little different. In Oklahoma City, it's not showing us the buyer's agent on here. And it's not showing me on Zillow either. Maybe Realtor.com will have it. Sometimes they don't show the buyer's agent. Let's see.
Buyer's agent or listing agent?
Oh, the sellers and the buyer's agents were represented together. Oh, this is a new house. That's why. My bad.
Yeah.
Let's go back here. At least I'm skip traced. All right, let's see this one. Oh, wow. See, we have all this new data. Pretty dang cool.
Don't leave it up too long.
I know. Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
When he gets upset.
So this is quick claimed. We don't deal with that. There you go. It's better right there. Where is it? Hey, that ain't new. So agent was Alberto. Where is it?
Oh, it's like red.
So we got the buyer. So all I have to do is just look up the address. So usually Realtor.com always has this info. We are working on getting it back here. Let's see. So if I look at that property on Realtor.com, I know this is more painful, but the buyer was Monica Estrada. See, we're working on this with XLeads, but currently right now the best way around this is right here. So oh, wait, that's the wrong one. If I look up a property like this, you can find the good agents on here too. But right here, you could see on Oklahoma City right here that the seller was Alberto Velez. Really not good at my Spanish. But Monica Estrada Hernandez was the buyer's agent. So what I'm going to do is reach out to Monica and see if she has any more cash buyers. That's pretty much it. Simple, right?
Yeah, very straightforward.
Pretty straightforward. And then obviously that's probably my 2 ways to find cash buyers on the basic plan. Now, if you want to go out here, oops. Now, there's other ones. You can obviously do flipped properties too. That's not a bad one. But I will let everybody know. I know this is kind of like redundant, but cash sales will be flipped properties, right? But this is just going to be a smaller list who is most likely to be more investor friendly. So flip properties are also going to be really good. We want to do flip properties in the recent flipped properties in the past month. That's great. And you're going to find some good flips. Now, I would prefer you do flip properties not worth more than 400, right? You're going to have some more luxurious stuff. Let's even do 300, right? be a lot less. Okay, cool. But I like it when they're thrown on the MLS. So this one looks pretty good here. So this is 712. And what's going on here was this property was flipped. It was like a intra-family transfer. So we can do this too. Let's do owner types, just business. I know it's crazy, but let's try that. 24. Okay. And let's go and try this out. All right. So this property got sold. Looks like it was flipped. So it was, oh, wow. So now we got lender in here, which is pretty cool. But pretty much Savior Investments bought this with lending. Okay. So might not be cash sale on here, but Savior Investments bought this. And he sold it for $145 to APC Homes. Wow. So Savior Investments be a pretty decent cash buyer to find. Now, inside of XLeads, you're going to have to manually like search it and then go for here, press search, then find the guy. Not bad, but you know, still kind of a pain in the butt. Now, if you have the Pro or the X plans, then you kind of get more information and you can go reach out and get that guy skip traced. You can't really get him skip traced inside of the basic plan, but you can still look him up and still deal with it, right? If you have the Pro and X plan with investor leads, you can go out here and do some more data on there. So let me show you how you go inside of the Pro plan and the X plan and go out here and do it. But let me know, guys, do you like that little mini update? Again, the full mini update will be done starting Monday, but I wanted to share with you some cool stuff. This is a little small, nothing crazy, but still very useful and something no other software has. So I thought it was pretty dang cool for everyone on here. All right. So let's share. Let's go back here and go to investor leads. So going out here to investor leads, we're going to do, guys, give me a market. Give me a market. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Give me a market to do the investor leads in. And then see what we got here. All right. We got San Antonio. All righty. So we're going to go here. San Antonio, Texas. And then you get the flip properties, which is going to be Flipper. So again, Flipper, someone bought the property and sold it within hopefully a year. And now we got all these properties. So we're just going to go here to filters. And we're going to do flip properties, right? I like they flipped it within a year. So sometimes it gives me. Okay, we got to clear our filters out here. There we go. Okay, cool. So we're going to go out here and deal with our flips. Now, what you can do is you're going to find the biggest flippers are obviously going to be on the top. You really don't want to deal with top 10 usually. These are all like, especially in San Antonio, they're just going to be way too big. But if we keep scrolling down here, and let's keep going. Let's go back one more. Let's refresh this. Using a stupid mouse today.
It's faster.
It's not faster. All right. All right, cool. Now now we're getting there. Okay, like Dos Groyos LLC flipped 19 houses. That's pretty dang good. So if we click them, we get a lot more information on them, which is pretty cool. You can add your leads, do your residential. But now we have a lot of cool stuff. Do you see how we have these right here? So on 123, the investor flipped the property for a profit of 206. The investor acquired a property. So this is showing flipped properties, you know, the flip. And the cool part here is I feel like I'm revealing too much stuff about the mini update already, but it's only on this live stream, so only the most loyal people can see this on XLeads. We're keeping this a secret publicly. But on the Pro and X plans, you're getting a lot more data on here, which is pretty dang cool. So for example, when this company acquires a property, it'll show you this stuff, and when they flip the property. So this is going to show you landlord properties. You see the little house? These are landlord homes for this buyer. So I'm analyzing this buyer. So you got to remember here, we collect 5 trillion data points per person, and we really keep. I'm just joking. We keep, I mean, as much data as you can on a piece of real estate, but we have a profile on pretty much every single cash buyer, and what we do here is we can analyze it. Like if this is a landlord buyer, put a little home feature into landlord, right? This is this landlord, right?
Yep.
If I want to find how many flips they're doing, I just press flips. It shows me the flips. And now I'm getting analysts. So I'm doing some analysis on this. And now I'm just getting some pretty good data, right?
Yep.
I know where he's liking to flip. I know where he's liking to hold. He's kind of all over the board here, I'll be honest with you. But I could see his flip profits, his average flip purchase. Like I get all this data on
I
him.
feel like this is cheating.
Yeah, it feels like cheating. It's pretty dang
You know
cool.
how much work you have to do to get all this stuff, like, and have it at your fingertips. No longer do you guys have to go out and spend all this money on like these ridiculous softwares because it's inside of XLeads. But also, we used to teach you how to vet cash buyers. Honestly, you're asking these people very simple questions. You have interest in this area? Are you ready to go? Because I don't have to do a proof of funds on a guy who has 12, 11, 10, 19 flips. And then I already know the areas he buys. I already know what his average profit margins, and I know the average price that he likes to buy. So this one's like he's around the 250 and below range. And it's valuable. You'll spend a lot of time and energy trying to get this data. And for those of you like researching some virtual markets, if you have the more advanced plans, you can actually get like real-time data real fast. What are the flip properties? Which ones are the landlord properties? What's the average price point? What areas are people gravitating towards? Like it's been so hard to get this information before. This is really cool.
It's really cool. And the cool part about it too is like see you're going to notice different. We found differences between flippers and landlords. So for example, this guy, right? He's flipped 14 houses, but he's also owns 9.
Yeah.
So if I go to landlord right here, I can kind of tell he kind of has an area he buys his rentals in, right?
Exactly.
For flips, he's kind of all over the board,
It's
right?
on the outer edges.
But as you can see here, he's buying his landlord deals for 151. He's flipping for 251.
Ooh.
So you're getting some analysis there. And obviously all skip trace right there. So I can press view residential investments, and his whole portfolio can pop up right here. And it'll pop up all of his portfolio, and I can go through and analyze how he's flipping, which is pretty dang cool. So yeah, the Pro and X plans have this, and it's pretty cool. We are kind of working on making it even better, but we're just getting more analysis on there, and you can export 10, 15,000 buyers. You can do as many buyers as you want, right? You can't. It's not like you have to manually do it, right?
And guys, it helps you do research if you're doing like virtual markets. Instead of like going to like 15 different websites, you can click a button and all the data is compiled. Tells you flips, average price, everything. And you can see much more real-time trends. And to me, it's really cool.
Yeah, the main point of it too is if you're running a JV operation or you're doing any bigger operations, the Pro and X isn't supposed to compete with like the basic plan. What it's supposed to do is if you're doing deals, what you want to do is pull the 300 flips for the year in San Antonio, throw that sucker into ninja mode and just start calling these buyers. That's the point of it. The point of it is an individual. Like it's supposed to pull the data, then go text them, call them, send them emails, and do it automatically all within ninja mode. That's kind of the point of it, right? So the exports are pretty cool. You get some more analysis on there. But yeah, that's how you go in the flippers tab. Same thing with the landlords tab too. They're kind of merged together. That's the best way I can kind of describe it. But we go back here. Let them cook. Sometimes you got to refresh it. Too much data today. Are we on the right path? No, we are not. All right, let me load this sucker up. Hold on.
is.
Okay, so let's be landlords. Let's search up here. So this would be landlords. As you can see, they're kind of most of the rentals you see, they're all like in this area right here. It's kind of interesting, right? You kind of do a little map analysis here. And so we got the big landlords, how many rentals they currently have. I mean, once you're in the hundreds, I would say you're pretty dang corporate.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to deal with that part. But let's go back one more. Let's keep going back here. All right, cool. All right, Camille. These are massive landlords. I mean,
wow, San Antonio's
like,
pretty big.
You got to remember when you own 48 rentals in San Antonio,
You're a
that's
professional operation.
That's like $12 million of real estate. Okay. I know everyone says, "Hey, bro, I own 400 doors." Well, if you own 38 rentals like this guy, that's $9 million.
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
It's impressive.
Very impressive. Okay, now we're getting these are still big dogs, but I'll deal with them, right? So let's do Dustin Martinez. So we got Dustin's info right here, pretty easy. He owns $32 million, $6 million, and you can tell where he likes to buy. Right?
There you go.
I mean, I think it's pretty simple. If I have a deal locked up like right here, this is the guy to deal. Or like, look, if I had a property locked up right here, who do you think I'm talking to?
Yeah, he's going to pay you.
He will pay you more than anyone else.
It's like cheating again.
It's again just like cheating here. So,
like looking at their cards.
This is why it's pretty dang cool, right? I think the landlord tab too, because those are two different type of buyers, right? And you go export it, get their data, go from there. Now, the last type of buyer we got to talk about here are going to be basically your cash buyers for land. So obviously you can kind of go back here on the basic plan. Let's just go back to the basic plan for a second. You can go to Oklahoma City.
What are you doing, San Antonio?
I'm switching it up. We'll go to cash buyers. We'll go to filters. We'll do land.
So you can use XLeads to find vacant land.
No, cash buyers only.
Cash buyers land. Sorry.
Yeah. So
cash buyers for your vacant.
Yeah,
property,
and then we just gotta make sure that they bought it within the past 3 months, maybe someone recent.
You might have to do 6.
Yeah, now we're 58. So there's actually not a lot in Oklahoma City, which is actually kind of insane. So hey, no big deal in there, right? But basically, if you go here, you can find this. So this is that's a nice little info lot right there, right?
Yep.
So this was listed, so I do not like that. But who bought this? So Keith Edmond bought it. So we just got to make sure that Keith Edmond doesn't own a house. Let's see. His mailing address is Sherwood, Linwood. So no, should be good. So boom, now we have a cash buyer. Oh, he has 2 residential investments. So you see Keith's info is right there because we have the best skip tracing.
Yep.
Cha-ching. Done.
Perfect.
And that's how you find cash buyers for there. Now, if you want to get more technical, you can go into investor leads if you have the Pro or X plan. And then from there, you can go and let's do San Antonio. We go to filters. And what I like to do is I want the average purchase price at most to be $100. I would do $60,000. And then I want the average gross profits at minimum to be at least 100. They might be like, Zach, what are you doing? Well, let me explain myself, okay? If you're buying a house for 60 grand, but you're making at least 100 grand per deal.
Yeah.
According to the software, what's happening there? You are buying a piece of land, building upon it, and then reselling it. Because it is almost physically impossible to do this on a large scale, to buy a house for 60 grand and sell it for 160, do 100 of those. Very, very difficult to do.
Correct.
And pretty much if you find someone doing that, it's most likely on paper, not real, and it is just land. And so you're going to find these big ones right here. So for example, Timber Homes, like these are all home builders, obviously, but these are the people you want to deal with. So like, for example, Morsa Homes, we have commercial skip tracing for them. You're good to go, right? We also have basically they acquired a mortgage note. So you can start getting into those too. But as you can tell here, this could potentially be a home builder. It looks like they have some rentals though, so you got to figure out from there. But yeah, that's the best way to do it. Pretty dang cool. So that's how we find cash buyers using.
Show them the last filter.
Which one?
Mom and pop or under quick searches. I'll go back.
We're trying to show it.
Click. No. Click the drop. Here, give me the dang thing.
It's under quick searches right there. So you see quick searches?
Oh, there.
So yeah, you can do this. Yeah. So yeah, you can do those.
They're just there. It just kind of shows you.
Yeah.
The reason they put them there is you don't want like the big builder that, you know, like a Dior Horton, stuff like that. You can find local mom and pop builders, what we call them.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them have like some bigger numbers, but someone who builds like 5 or 10 houses a year, they tend to pay more and they move faster and they love to do a signable contract. So it's a little bit more trickier when you get into big companies because they'll tend to tie you up in paperwork and manipulate you the whole time. And they're less advantageous to do assignments. So the mom and pop filter will help you find like a local up and coming builder. Maybe he builds customs homes and they'll pay you a little bit more. They'll do your assignment of contract and they'll go faster because when you get in this corporate paperwork, like nobody wants to commit what they want to obligate you. So that filter is there for you.
There you go. Guys, if you want to do a one-on-one with me and Rick, here is the StreamYard link. I know a couple people sent tickets on support at XLeads and at billing. They had a couple questions and need help with some Ninja Mode stuff. So I'm inviting anybody to click this link on YouTube to go talk to me one-on-one if you have any questions. I know a couple of people I'll talk to. But yeah, that is our little mini update. It's pretty cool. That is not our official mini update. There is 4 more releases happening on Monday, which is pretty dang cool.
Yeah.
And they're all setups to the large version 3 that's going to come out. I'm probably going to say November, but we roughly got to see how to do it the right way. So yeah. All right. So again, another mini thing, if you weren't on the last live stream, is the basic annual plans were $49 a month. And unfortunately, our competitors reported us to the legal department of Go High Level, and they try to shut us down. Said it's illegal what they're doing, blah, 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 blah. And it was actually insane. So we had to go settle with the legal department, which is very fun to do. And we had to sell it for $81 a month for the basic annual plan, which sucks. And I'm not happy about it, but whatever. All the other prices are pretty much the same, which is nice. That's the only one that had to change. So yeah, that really does stink, but what are you going to do? On top of that too, we had to settle with the pricing on the calling and the texting. That has to go up 10% on the basic, which is not going to be fun. And then it's going to go, I think, 5 on the Pro, and the X I can keep, I think. But I negotiate with Go High Level again. So fun. But that won't happen till April 1st. We're switching on. We're going to just switch all the pricing on March 31st so I don't get in trouble, because it's pretty scary. If you don't do what they say, they'll just shut every Go High Level account down. But we're all good. We're all in compliance. We're all Gucci with them all. So now we're all settled. But yeah, there's going to be a slight price increase on calling and texting on Ninja Mode starting on Monday. So if you do want to get your price locked in on the calling and texting, and I'm not saying this to be salesy, or I'm not selling this to get you to sign up now, because honestly, I'll probably make more money if you sign up on Monday than you do now. I'm just giving you FYI. At least I gave you the heads up, right?
Yep.
That's all I can tell you. But hey, no big deal. But yeah, basic plan's all good. So yeah, we're all good with them now. Just a pain in the butt.
Yep.
Yeah, they yeah. I didn't know. That is what I'm going to officially say. I did not know you could not sell a Go High Level, a service that had Go High Level on it for under
Well,
81 a month. And I'm not going to get into it.
we gave it to you guys, so like we're out
It's
for you.
grandfather
Like
day.
we got
It's
it. So the
grandfather
ones
day.
that took advantage of us, God bless you. You're rewarded for your action. Me and Zach don't do this like ridiculous sales pitch to you, like 5 spots left, 10 spots in, get it now, 2 for 1. We give it to you at cost. And somebody put on here, how do I add a user to a basic plan? You want to tell them?
Where is it on here?
So, Mike put it on there. You go up, Mike, right there.
Well, basic plan
It's not
ever
Mike,
allowed
sorry.
additional user. You can email support at XLeads, and all we have to do is just check in on your. We have to check with the IP address, so to make sure it's not sharing, but you should be all good on there.
Yeah.
All right.
You just got to put in a request.
Oh yeah, David, what's going on?
How's it going?
I'm great. Is this the same David with the issue with the AI bot?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I cannot do emails, dude. I just got to talk to someone face to face and get it solved.
Yeah, I got you.
This stuff's like a pain in my butt, man. So yeah, David's having an issue with his AI bot.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta get that fixed. So
can you smack it?
Well, I want to talk to him about it because I need to get some information, because then we got to go high level and like really figure out what's going on with it. So, okay, this is perfect. All right. What I'm going to do, David, you're okay. I'm going to log into your account. I'm not going to share it, obviously.
All right.
But I just want to play around with this AI bot and see what's going on. So, awesome, man. So, what market are you in, man?
I am actually right down the road in Sebastian.
Oh, right up the road.
Dude.
Yeah.
Man. I used to put bandit signs every single day. I just take it all the way from 95 and then right out there to US 1.
I did Sebastian almost exclusively 15 years, so I know every nook and cranny over there. It's values have really changed there now, but it's still really. I think it's still a really cool community.
Yeah.
So
let's see here. Let's see. All right, let's load them up here. All right, let's go here. All righty. Okay, David. All right.
You know what you're doing here.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
There we go. Login as him. Yeah, honestly, I would still, if I were you, I'd still drive for dollars. Anything off that library, Barber Street.
Oh yeah. So and that's what I mainly do. I do a lot of driving for dollars. Yeah.
I had 2 of the worst hoarder houses of my life, and it was. I don't think I ever did a video on those. You remember that one hoarder's house with the rats and the green pool? Oh man, that guy, he smelled so bad.
Yeah.
Lord. Okay. All right. So I'm logged in here. All right. I don't want to mess with anything. So I'm just going to go straight into it. So we're going to go to settings, and we're going to go to conversation AI warm up texting. Okay. So I'm just going to your settings. You got that set up. That's all set up. That's all set up. Bot training. You got a lot of training on here. Okay. Bot goals. Okay. Flow triggered. Looks good. All right, let me text this out. Okay. Who is this? Hi, this is Connor. Yes. How soon were you thinking of selling? This bot's looking good already. So what's the main problem with the bot on the testing now?
So the problem is that online it works perfect, but when it actually texted live to somebody, because I have like multiple phone numbers that I text myself, then it repeatedly asks the same questions over and over again. It asks if they want to sell after they already said they want to sell. It'll ask them if what the condition of the property is multiple times. It'll just keep asking the same question. It doesn't qualify them.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm going to go into your automation right here. And it's going to be in your AI SMS bot. So one thing I'm going to try out, David, and don't be mad at me, but your AI SMS bot automation, I'm going to turn that off. Okay, I'm just putting it under draft. So
yeah,
I'm going to share it. I'm going to share this part. I'm not really showing anything personal here, but what I'm going to do is I think this conversation AI right here is just taking over your regular one.
I was wondering if that was happening.
I think they're taking each other over. And yours is way more advanced because I love your Q&As. I mean, honestly, I want to steal them, but I'm not. But I'm going to press draft so it's not published anymore. And let's undo that. Okay, perfect. And then what I want you to do is test that out and play around with it for a couple days. If that does not work, please let me know because I think AI still will be added on there if you want it to be on all the texts. And if that's not working, the way the ticket's set up, all ticket requests from you currently until I click resolve go to my email.
Yeah,
I should be able to see it. And what we're going to do is, if that doesn't work, we'll do a Zoom with Go High Level and then really figure out what's going on. Okay. So I'll have to tell hey, on Wednesday at like 2 p.m. hour, we're going to be in your account playing around with it. Okay. I'll reimburse you whatever text cost it is for me or whatever for you to go. I just got to go in there and text for you and play around. I won't steal your deal. And we'll get it all fixed. But I think I think they're fighting each other. That'd be my best guess.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not trying to do a cop out with you, but we just have to test that out. And if that doesn't work, then let me go out here and do it. But that's the only issue I could possibly see on it.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it.
So how are we getting your next deal in Sebastian?
I basically get, like I said, do driving for dollars. I do multiple, like stack list. I do fire damage, just, pretty much.
You're not going to go out to Gifford?
No.
Yeah, I went out there once, dude. I was just like, I was just in shock. I was just like, wow.
I've sold a few.
I just stopped. Gifford, Pahokee, all that stuff. I just.
Wait, what do you say?
I said I've sold a few in Gifford before.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's alive to tell the tale.
I tell you, they got one of the biggest pit bull populations in the country. I can tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the ones I got in there, one I got for like 17,000. Another one I got for like 22 or something. This was like
yeah, but you got to work for those, man.
Yeah.
There's better deals out there. So
yeah,
awesome. We'll give it a shot. Let us know how it works out. And we'll sometimes you just got to problem solve. Like he's better at the tech stuff, but like once I understand it and see it, then we all learn from it and probably prevent other people from making the same mistake.
Exactly. Yeah.
So awesome.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Right. We'll get it solved. I promise.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks. There you go. I remember David. I've been having tickets with him. I'm like, what in the world is that?
It's really cool when you could do like a visual.
Well, this is why we're doing the support, right? Yeah, so like,
that's why.
Again, we do this every Saturday. I want to teach a little bit and then kind of go over, go through that, right? Bill wants to know what's wrong with Gifford. So what I recommend you do is
Bill, just drive out there, man.
Drive to Gifford, get out the car, and just walk down the street.
Yeah, it's.
And I'm not joking with you. What will happen is somebody will come out and say, "This is not even a joke." That they're going to say, "What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?"
And you're going to get surrounded quickly.
You'll get surrounded. And this is. I'm not even like this is.
Bill, it's like going to Avenue Q and Avenue D in the middle of the night.
Or
you can't even go in the middle of the day. I went out there once. Like I'm not kidding you. Guy owned a bunch of properties. I was all excited, and I went out there, and they had a freshly killed pig strung up as pit bulls were coming at every angle. I'm like, man, I'm in the wrong place. And it scared the crap out of it. These were some of the most dangerous dogs I've ever seen. And the guy had them under control, but I could see a kid walking through there. It's just,
the worst part is sometimes they'll sick a dog on you for fun. see what you
No,
do.
those dogs, like
They'll do
they're
it for fun.
like, and these
It's
dogs are
no joke.
they're scary, man. But it's but also once I went out to Indiantown and I got attacked by a cockfighting rooster. I
Yeah,
swear to
yeah.
God, this thing stood this high. And I'm just like, I go, man. And so I've just learned some of the outlying areas. Like I'm not.
Well,
It is what it is.
I'll be honest with you. A reason why, and I'm not saying this to be bad, but like you go in that area, the reason people are like, "What are you doing here?" is if someone like Rick with a collared shirt walks in, they think you're like some sort of undercover cop, something
Yeah,
like that.
it's-
And some of those people, like they might not be doing the best things. Like just someone out by a stop sign. I'm just telling you, and they're not doing to be rude. They're trying to see like, are you trying to like And unfortunately, people like that like. It's not good.
Yeah, and in Fort Pierce, I've had my back window smashed in. Just
oh yeah,
rubbernecking, looking at properties, driving for dollars, and I learned that like you got to move through these neighborhoods if you're going to do driving for dollars, because if you don't blend in, they're going to call you out. And you got to understand, a lot of people, when you're broke, like. You don't sit in a hot house, you sit under a shaded tree outside. And that's where, if you're driving slow, they'll come right up to your car. And I learned the hard way. Investing is not worth giving up your life, guys. So make sure you go to safe neighborhoods. And remember, you still got to bring cash buyers through there. You got to drive through these neighborhoods. I know the lower price neighborhoods, you think it's easier. I'm telling you, they're actually harder, period.
That's basic. Honestly, all you have to do is just look at a map where all the Section 8 rentals are. And I'm not saying avoid Section 8 rentals, but like, I don't know. Like, the problem is, guys, you heard David said, like, he was doing that area. Those houses are worth 14, 15, 16, 17 grand. You are not going to make $30,000 on that deal.
Yeah, you're going to make like 2 or 3 grand.
You are not going to. And as somebody who has tried to flip properties there, who learned a big lesson, they get broken into. Okay. Because abandoned properties or vacant properties are amazing for illegal activities. And so if someone finds out no one's living in that house, it gets broken into every dang week. And it's very expensive.
It's a pain in the butt.
I remember going into some of these flips and it's just like, oh, got broken into. And I would be happy when they would just pick the lock. Because sometimes they just they'll take a towel, just
and sometimes
the window, it's like, oh,
and guys,
windows are expensive.
And the fix and flip investors, even the landlords in these neighborhoods, like some people they vandalize houses because they don't believe the owner belongs there. And like I had to deal with that a lot in Fort Pierce. I gave up. Like, you don't want me here, I ain't gonna be here. So it's just, if you have to do things you normally don't do, like protect yourself, carry yourself, maybe that's the neighborhood you don't belong in. Like my wife used to say, is it really worth it? I'm thinking I'll do anything to survive, to make it work in wholesaling. But risking your life, guys, is a stupid move. It's just not worth it. And we hear about all the problems with the realtors. We go to some of the roughest houses. You just got to be smart about it. Don't you have to go?
Yeah, I got to head out for another meeting. But guys, I appreciate it. I'm going to let Rick talk to everyone on here. And we got some people on here. So pretty cool. We got a cool update coming Monday. So I will be sharing the rest of it. So it's going to be pretty dang cool. So it's a mini update. Nothing like, oh my gosh, the world's changed. That's version 3. But it's still going to be pretty dang good. So guys, appreciate it. Go talk to Rick. And let's get some cash.
I got it.
Deals.
Okay. Kyra, I didn't forget about you there.
Thank you.
Did I butcher your name?
No, you didn't.
Okay. So the whiz kid's gone. So now you got the old man.
Oh, it's okay.
What's up? What can I help you out with?
Yeah, I have had, I don't even know whether you can see me because I think I clicked something else on mine. Can you? Probably can't. Can you hear me?
No, but I can hear you. You're fine.
Okay,
go ahead.
good. Okay, so when I download my government list, and I don't know whether it's my settings or something, but my government list, and then I try to import them and upload, but it never allows me to do that. And I've even used the example to try to, to organize it in that fashion.
Yeah.
And it doesn't allow me to upload. Now, even when now if I'm using like the XLeads and then I'm trying to download, export and upload, the numbers don't cross over. Even when I choose that property information. I'm at work. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So let me
Mike Hill 365. This is Calvin. Hold on for just a second. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm
you're
sorry.
okay with
It's
us.
really hard
So
to get y'all.
let me look up something here. It's something going to be like so stupid simple. So one of the things you guys can always do, which helps us because we can't. The thing is, a lot of software stuff is like technical stuff. Like it took me 3 months to figure out how to do a mail merge inside of Microsoft when I was a beginner investor,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I was just blown away when someone goes, "Hey, can you just like take a video and show me what you're doing?" And I must have spent 3 weeks trying to explain and like give screenshots. And I did a 2-minute video. The guy goes, "Oh, you're just clicking the wrong button." So
And I think that might be what it is. But
I'm
I've
gonna
tried
I'm gonna
to.
show you some of the basics I know. And if
Okay.
those don't solve your problem, I want you, if you can do simple screen share, or a lot of times, guys, you can just like, I'm old school. I'm old. Sometimes I just take a video with my phone while I'm doing it, just like show you, hey, this is what's happening. Do you have any suggestions to fix it? And
Okay.
honestly, it's most of our issues in life, especially people like me, they're always miscommunications. It's you just don't know something to do because it's relatively new to you. So how long you been at XLeads for?
About 3 weeks.
Okay. So let
Yeah.
me show you what I know, and let me see if I can
Well,
share
let
my
me ask you
screen
this:
here.
is
Yes.
this going to be screen recorded? Because I
It's
can't get back to
the
to
whole
the
thing's
video.
recorded, so you get to come back
Good.
to it. So
Okay. Good. Yeah.
okay. But here's what if I can't solve your problem in this, if you can do a short screen share, like there's you can use Loom, it's free. I think it's
Hmm.
LOOM or XOOM, and it's free. And you can record up to 5 minutes or under, and you can share a link. You can put it in a Google Drive and send it in a support ticket. They'll look at it, and then they'll give you a screen share back, or worse yet, we'll give you a phone call and we'll fix it.
Okay.
Okay, so let me try this. Let's go. Let's go. Share screen. So when you want to, let me get the right one. So you know where to go right here. You go to the upload, and you know the 4 columns you're supposed to have. It gives you the example, right?
Hmm.
So I'm not going to go over that. I'm trying not to
Yeah.
repeat myself on it. Let me. So if you guys need to know the template, you click that, and it's going to open up another window, and you don't want my like lack of technology to get stuck here. So there's only 4 things. We only do the core data. It's the property address,
Hmm.
it's the mailing city.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, it's the property address, the city, the state, and the zip code. It's only those 4, and you put a header on the top, and you just clearly do the 4 with that. Now, my okay, let me see what I can do without. Uh, hold on. Okay, hold on 1 second. I just got to make
Okay.
sure I'm.
Yeah, because look, I'm about to be 48, so I said maybe it's just me and my software skills.
No,
I'm
no.
doing the best
So
I can.
let me click the file. Where's the one I just did? Current. Nope, nope, nope. Here's the list. I've got so many lists on here. My God. Okay. CSV. Of course. Let me ask you when it comes up, and I'm opening so many windows here. I don't want to bog you down.
Hmm.
When it comes up to do it, when you get the option of the boxes on the type of, um, it tell you to do overview, and
Yeah.
you do lead trace as well. Are you clicking that
Yep.
button?
That's what I'm doing. Clicking that
And then
button.
what's the output it's giving you? What does it say? Cannot.
It's saying it cannot upload. once I pick that and then I download and
So here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
I'll have this solved by Monday for you. If you could
Okay.
do the screen share, that would be most helpful. And number two, if you can attach the list that you're uploading,
Okay.
that would be helpful. What's the extension of the list that you're uploading on? Is
I'm
it
trying
a CSV file? Is it an
Yep,
XLS
CSV
file?
file.
Okay.
Yep. So I
So
don't know whether it's
if you give me the screen share under 5 minutes and you give me the list and then just state the problem and say, hey, I spoke to Rick and Zach on Saturday. I will look at it before Monday. I'm actually in the office for the next couple hours. I'll see if I can answer right now, but if not, we'll have it answered for you by Monday. Is that fair?
okay. That's
I don't want to
really
I don't want to
appreciate it.
tie everybody up on it. It's something
Right.
stupid simple because we spit these lists out all day. So I would like to get your list and just test it out myself. And
Okay.
we can figure it out. And then we'll tell you what the exact problem is. And then you'll do it again. We'll give you instructions. And then you just give us the thumbs up it's taken care of.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
So
I
there
appreciate
sometimes there's just it's going to be a minor variable, I promise you.
it's got to be something mild.
I know.
And it make me feel crazy.
Well, that's it. So this is why we do these things so we can help you out. So send in that support ticket and remember just a short video and replicate the problem and send me the actual list and just put spoke to Rick and Zach Saturday. Can you help me? Give me instructions.
Okay.
And then I'll learn and just see. The thing is, I've had probably a dozen people do this, but everybody's got a different issue. So it's like, so we're trying to build an FAQ, but it does take time. So every time we do this, we put it in that folder and then they know how to train to send it to someone to do it. So, and obviously I'm sure you've gone through just the knowledge base of how to do it.
I have. Yeah,
Okay.
I went through the video.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. Listen.
Okay.
So like the thing is, a lot of you guys get really frustrated and you let it boil up. Don't do that because I've learned when you get super frustrated, you just get more agitated and pissed off and it doesn't help you. So walk away from it, duplicate it, and we'll solve it by Monday, I promise.
Okay.
Sound good?
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay. Awesome. So guys, that's what I do. Let me see. Yeah, these stories of me walking in some rough neighborhoods is it's just not worth it. It's ridiculous. LaShonda, you there?
Yes.
How you doing?
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from KC.
All right. How's the weather there today?
It's a little chilly.
Yeah.
Not
nice.
nothing like Florida for sure.
Enjoy it now because it's going to get hot soon, man. This is when we
Right.
actually I go, God, open those windows, make it feel so good here. Because at about 3 weeks, it's going to be like someone just opened the oven in Florida. Yeah. It's miserable. Listen, 9 months a year. Now I see why people leave Florida between the hurricanes and now all the people coming and the heat. And don't even get me started on the price of real estate. It's obscene in Florida right now.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
And then, by the way, guys, we struggle to get insurance. I have to beg to get insurance on any of my properties. There's no shopping. You're just lucky to have the privilege to overpay for the insurance. What's up? What can I help you out with?
So I'm under the Pro plan.
Okay.
I've been using it solid for about 3 weeks. I like the software. I'm very familiar with Ninja Mode because I used Go High Level for years before.
You could probably teach me a thing or two. It's I have to spend so much time training in it.
Right.
And these new updates we're doing it, it just takes me longer than the average person. But once I get it, I'm fine with it. And I'm telling you, everybody, you have advanced training with Go High Level, which is great. It is frustrating that people have never used it before because it's not the most friendly thing, but understanding the more user friendly something is to a point, the less options you have. And that's why we Go High Level. Podio worked a long time in our business, but it just got so antiquated we couldn't use it anymore. So what's going on?
Well, just to make you feel better about what you just said, I've been using Go High Level now for going on 6 years, and it's still it's going to always be frustrating. Just to let you know,
it is, but you understand the balance between being user friendly and having all the flexibility in the world. I mean, an Apple phone, you either use it the way it's meant or that. You can't call Apple and go, "Hey, can you customize this, and that?" And that's part of the frustration with Go High Level. It really it really upsets like new people, but you don't really see the value until you've actually used it or how you can do follow-up. And when you realize I can't contact 3,000 people, what's the most automated way we do it? You just got to go through the painful process of learning and setting up. I fought Go High Level for 3 years. And we were spending so much energy in Podio. Like I had someone goes, listen, it'll be cheaper, more effective. And then we believe so here's how me and Zach do. If we use it in our business and it helps us out, that's how we put it out there. And that's the value of me and Zach is we test everything out. We don't just sell stuff. Like honestly, the only thing we even offer is because we're all in on it. It's what we do. We don't like to confuse you guys, and everything else we provide for free. So it's I might have to lean on you. Like me and Zach talk about doing an advanced community with Go High Level, and if some people can offer us suggestions and support, because everybody wants me to load their account and have it ready to go. It's not as easy as it sounds.
Yeah, it's not.
Right?
Yeah, I can help you guys out. I
mean, it's like with the whole Go High Level thing is like, we just gave you guys as much value as you can. I can't believe people like rat us out, but like, why don't you
just hating, Rick?
Why don't you just make your product like better instead? Like, and so Go High Level has these rules to use it. And listen, we did what we did, but it was for your guys' benefit.
Right.
I could have just charged 81 from the get-go, and we kind of knew it was going to come up. And we let it slide for almost 6 months, guys. So everybody's had the opportunity in 6 months. So here's the good news is if you're going to complain about the 81, go shop it around and come back to me and tell me, go, dude, that's a really good value. Because a lot of you guys just go to services just to pull basic list, and it's $100 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at it from that side, it wasn't us. Like they literally threatened to pull the plug on us. And
oh wow,
listen, if that's all you're going to do is call and complain and try to charge everyone else more money because your product service is so expensive, you're probably not going to last very long in business. So if you're not going to adapt and change,
right?
None of these companies, unless you pay behind the paywall, are going to give you any support. It's just it's expensive. It's a pain in the ass. So I understand it, though. I'm the most frustrated guy with software because I'm the guy who calls in and puts in 1 million tickets. So people are like, why are there 9 people on your team? I go, what? Because that's what real companies do. So
right. So this is the deal.
Yes.
On the skip tracing, what this has been my experience.
Tell me.
And I noticed on the data when we download it, you got the owner's first name and last name. Got that part. And then on the where the phone numbers are at, your very first row of phone numbers, that phone 1, right before that column, you have a contact name column.
Correct.
So what I'm experiencing, because sometimes the contact name is not the owner of the property, right? It may be, I'm assuming that the skip tracing must be skip tracing the household, I'm assuming, instead of the individual. Because like if Rick Ginn is the owner of the property, when you go over to that contact name, it may not be Rick Ginn's phone number. It may be Mike's phone number. So what happens is when you texting and you're looking for Rick Ginn to see if he want to sell his property, but you didn't text Rick, you text Mike. So what's been happening is, not all the time, but some of the time what's happening is Mike is telling me you have the wrong number. But I'm not really looking for Mike. I'm looking for the owner, which is Rick. But in that contact name field, it didn't give me Rick. It gave me Mike. So I'm thinking, that's why I wanted to ask, how are you guys skipping? Is it the individual or is it the household? Because that's 2 different things.
So it gets complicated behind the scenes, and I can get you an exact answer, and I won't lie to you.
Okay.
I got to get the exact answer because I'm not going to lie to you. But if you can share with us, is Mike a complete stranger or is he a relative or somebody within that household?
Okay.
So like you guys, and we are wide open to getting feedback back, because skip tracing is a lot more complicated than most people would even derive at, and to do it at scale and try to keep it affordable. Is it perfect? No, I've never, ever said it is. And there's not one company that has 100%. On average, it's 70, maybe 80%.
Right.
And like and honestly, sometimes it depends on market. Some market data is better than others. So put me in a support ticket and just explain it and just put it as feedback, and I will get you an exact answer. Because we go to the programmers, I have to go through levels to do this because me and the programmers, we don't communicate well.
Okay.
So there's people who sit down and go, hey, listen, on this, because we've done a lot of adaptations on the skip tracing between trying to pull LLCs and businesses, trying to pull personal, and it's not going to be perfect. But if you could give me data and feedback of a problem you seeing happening, not a freak case, because those are, you can't really simulate them, but go, hey, here's 3 or 5 examples of this happens. How can you help me prevent this? And that would be helpful, because then we give that feedback. And guys, the power actually is we give feedback of stuff that's not working. The only way we can find it is sometimes it doesn't duplicate it in my markets, and you guys come up with stuff. And like when we were talking with the gentleman earlier about the bot, and we just find the little things, and the idea is we record it. And after a year, we're going to have so much data, like we can fix a lot of problems. But like any new company, we have to problem solve it as we go. So if you could put it in and you just put it in as, hey, feedback, this is a consistent issue I have. Can you help explain how this data is pulled?
Okay.
And you could put my name. Now, it might take me a week or 2 to get back to it, but I will give you an update on it. And we work through it, like, because you call any other company, like, hey, it's just the data. That's it. That's all they're going to give it to you. And you might not like my answer either, but I'll give you the truth. That's the one thing I promise you. I'm not going to waste my time and like BS you guys. So we've got to understand how this works on that. So,
okay. Then my second thing is I have several friends over the years that I've suggested for them to use the Go High Level that I was using. And so I've been bragging about Go High Level, especially the $49 plan, which
I told you guys all was a great deal. I was going to make it last as long as I could.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, I was hoping to get through the end of the year with it. Honestly, me and Zach were kind of caught off guard, but like, whatever. I can't sit there and complain. We broke their policy. But listen, I broke the policy to help you guys out, like, period. So it's still an amazing deal. And I'm just telling you guys,
it is. It's an amazing deal.
I don't do the takeaway. Just take advantage of it, because if you get in before the 31st, you get grandfathered on a lot of other stuff that we don't have a choice on it. And we do have something really cool coming out on the 31st, but like, don't wait till the 31st to buy it, because I think you're going to miss out on some of the, especially if you do texting and Go High Level.
That's what I was going to ask. My question was, well, first of all, do you all have any type of affiliate link? That's number one. I know before when y'all first came out, there was a no. I don't know if that's changed.
Yeah. So we have mixed feelings about this.
Okay.
Because there's so much abuse in the affiliate world. One of the reasons why we brought you XLeads, we got tired of the affiliate game. I'm just going to be brutally honest. Let's say it just like it is. Affiliates love you as long as you sell for them. But the minute you press back on them and ask questions and go, hey, how can we make things better for people? They don't want to hear from you. Okay. This is the reason why we're here on this. So, and the problem is, so the old school way was everyone did affiliate. That's what drove the sales and did it. So the problem is the affiliates don't understand who helps them out the most. And it's who brings them the most customers and provides the most feedback. Here's the truth. Most affiliates just want you to bring customers and shut your mouth. And then they're going to find the fastest way to cut you out. Because when they go to sell these companies, they have a massive expense for these affiliates. So if I have, say, 20,000 users and I built it all on the backs of affiliates, and then the guy goes, I'll give you 100 million for your company, but you need to get rid of this affiliate. They're going to fire. And that's what most of them do. And that's the problem. Or then I get, here's the other problem is I give someone an affiliate account. We go through, there's an expense to it. I have to have it like, me and Zach are basically affiliate manager. And then they open up 1 or 2 accounts, and the other one's like their best friend and like discount. It's like, and then I got to start cutting checks for like tiny little amounts. So the problem with most of the affiliate agreements, they're all one-sided. They can cut you off in 30 days. And if you don't do $500 a month, they don't pay you anything. and we don't feel like creating like a 30-page document for you guys to sign. And listen, affiliates, just for the record, is 100% disappointment rate because you do not control the shots, and we don't want to get into like a tick for tack. Now, we're thinking about doing a reward system, like a bonus system to incentivize people to refer it. But as soon as you make it like an financial incentives, the price of everything starts going up exponentially.
Okay.
And that's why most of these are stuck in their prices, because they have to pay so many people out. So in the beginning, when you gave you that $49, I go, I'm just going to give you all 50% commission. Take it or leave it. And those people, as long as they keep it, I will keep that price as consistent as humanly possible. So we are working on, if you guys are coming out, anybody coming out to LA, April 9th, 10th, I'm heading out there next week. And I'm going to do some pop-up meetup, stuff like that. But we're going to get feedback from you guys on how to do a plan that would be most rewarding. So I will tell you this, I will only do it through XPlan people because they understand the product the most and the value of it. And listen, if someone gets starting out, most people don't want to do that. But it's the affiliates is like, you just don't see people doing it anymore because we love our affiliate links and we're still partners with them, but we want to drive the ship, meaning we want to give the most value. We want to provide the most support and everything. And we don't have some polished corporate employee on here training you guys. There's a reason for it. Cause like, listen, if we use it, we believe in it. This is how we get deals and we can train you guys and help you with it. That's great. I'm just telling you, sign up before the 31st if you can. There's no takeaway. It's just, you'll get preferred pricing on like the texting and all that other stuff. And it's going to go up slightly, not crazy type of deal. And then for those of you guys on the fence that want to check it out, if you want to wait till after the 31st, we have something interesting there, but you won't get the discounted pricing. So that's all I can kind of leave it out there. And a lot of you guys have been asking for a lot of stuff. And then, I mean, we have an entire slew of things roll out all the way through like the end of the year. So we're excited because the first time ever, we're in the control seat. We're telling the programmers what to do. We get the feedback from you guys. Some of the stuff works, some of it doesn't. And then we go back to the drawing board. Not one of the other companies have ever done this for you guys. And me and Zach were the only ones that created a price war in software. And if we didn't this, you all would be paying $150 to $200 a month for basic services, period. End of story. So we want to do a reward program. We haven't quite figured it out because the problem is every program has an expense to it. And if it doesn't work, the worst thing you can do is take it away from somebody. And that's what we're scared about doing. So we want to offer incentives for people that promote it. But like, number one, I believe strongly in this, LaShonda, that a product needs to stand on its own 2 feet first, because you've been around MLM, right?
Yeah.
You know how that works, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to shove it down everyone's mouth and pay them a crap load of money. And you're going to keep pushing this no matter what happens. And we want the product to stand on its own type of deal. So we're going to be working on a reward system, and we need people like you with your feedback on it, because the problem is every affiliate program, listen to me guys, 100% of them, they're eventually all pulled away. And there's a reason for it, because once they have the customers, do you want to keep paying the salespeople? No, that's how businesses, that's how they work. And that's the problem with affiliates is they build it up and then they come up with some ridiculous rule. You know how many times a company's changed an affiliate link on me or anything like that? And I'm never going to do, I can't play these games. I can't do it. And I think it's really bad business. And it's one of the reasons why we do XLeads. We love our affiliates, the ones that take care of their product, take care of their customers, and deal with complaints. That's always number one. But number two, you got to take care of the people that help you out. If you're not going to change your product and you're just going to keep raising the price, and multiple of the companies, our biggest problems, I go, you got to stop raising the price. Our people are upset about the value. And you guys consistently said it. And they go, no, it's going up again. It's going up again. I go, that's it. And we told every one of them, if you don't fix it, we're going to fix it for you. They go, you'll never do it. You really don't know the Gins very well. Like, we make a living off doing stuff people tell us we can't do. People told freewholesaling.com, it's a disaster. You'll never make money. I didn't come into this business to be a coach. Coaching's for the poor people. Why? Because you're trading your time for money. And let's the reality, one-on-one coaching and wholesaling. I've been at 23 years. It doesn't work. It's terrible. It's a terrible value. Pay someone $10,000 to teach me one-on-one. Go to a local RIA meeting, find someone that's vested in you, and just partner up on a deal and help try to find a deal. That's the only type of mentoring I do. And so everything we do is about helping you guys become better wholesalers, tell you the truth. And the ones that want to partner up with me and Zach, we earn money together. That's it. If XLeads helps you get there, that's great. I'm not charging people 10 grand to show them how to do this. So I appreciate you people like you, because now we can drive the ship. Everybody told us you're going to go in the whole millions. I'm like, no, we have no problem making a huge investment. And by the way, my payoff's not till way down the road. So I have to make this work. I don't have an option, and I'm not going to sit here and disappoint anyone. And that's our commitment with XLeads. Nobody else has the commitment we do. So we are owned by wholesalers. We'll always be wholesalers. I've been in this business 23 years. Zach's going on 9 years. He's only 25 years old. So like, you guys know the future is strong with what we're doing, and all the integrations we want to do and all the systems. We have so many ideas, but we just want to grow it responsibly. So we'll work with you and find a way to reward you. I promise you.
Okay. So you saying the 31st, which is in a couple of days, correct?
Yes.
That 31st. Okay. So
yeah. we had to like, and most of our stuff, we had to not settle with Go High Level. We came to an agreement. And they go, the amount of complaints we get about your company is like, and the complaints are, they're killing us. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You want to rat us out? That's fine. My people will step up to the plate, but like, shop it around. If you think $81 is expensive, go shop it around for everything we do. I promise you, it's not even close.
Right.
I mean, I took customers that were paying $30,000 and $50,000 just to get cash buyer data. Like, you guys have been ripped off for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And I welcome anybody on a price war. Let's go for it. Let's do it. Me and Zach run lean, we run mean, and we help out people. I do not have affiliate managers. I do not have all this corporate overhead that's killing us. And we're trying to grow it responsibly so we can give you guys the best value on the product.
Right.
And every change we make, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. But we're okay with it. We believe the investment's there for the long run. So I promise you we'll figure out a reward system. We're just careful with affiliates, because we've watched all these other companies build on affiliates and then they step on them. And it's not, I don't do business like that. You know that. So if I was like taking care of you and then I go, hey, LaShonda, listen, it's been good. Thanks for the customers. Have a nice day. You would be furious.
Right.
And now you're never going to use XLeads again. And now you're pissed, and then it becomes negative. So we got to find the right way to provide the incentives without doing like this MLM thing. In my opinion, the affiliate part, it becomes very MLM-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So my final question is, up until the 31st, right? Everyone because I'm under the annual, and I'm trying to get some of them to hop onto the annual.
Yeah.
Right. So my question is, anybody that's on the annual up until the 31st, if we decide next year to renew, what's going to happen with that? You
keep the exact same price. That's
okay,
the one honor I give you guys. Like, I don't change it. So if you're going to do something, do it by the 30th. If you already have yours set up and you have the annual, it won't change. Listen, the annuals, the idea is, if you commit to us, we give a discount, and that's how we do it. But like, you got to do what's best for you first. I could sit here and tell you all day, go, every one of you needs the annual plan. I'm not here to do it. We're all in different stages in what we're doing. We all have different comfort levels, and we all have different obligations. Mm-hmm. And as long as you understand what that is and you can do it, then do that first. I am not going to sit here. Guys, there's so much going on in the wholesaling community, and all these people telling you they're trying to protect you from all these lawsuits and stuff like that. If you just do the right thing and take care of people, the laws are already in place. All you have to do, if you're going to commit forgery and fraud, crazy like this, I mean, there's entire stuff going out when, people selling, like, anyone who tells you they'll give you lifetime access, run to the door, because you're being manipulated. Anyone who uses the word evergreen, run to the door. It means I'm going to sell the crap out of you, and then one day it won't be there, because lifetimes only is like, what is it? And if you ever ask for a definition of lifetime, you will never get it. There are multiple lawsuits going on around the country of people that offered lifetime access to stuff, and the deal, it didn't work out. And they're telling me like, it didn't work out. We're moving on. And people have been hurt big dollars. And this is, guys, just pay for play. If you want to buy a software, find a reputable company that supports and loves what they do and do that. But when you start going, okay, you go to my seminar, you can go to my Airbnbs, you can go to these special events, you can come on a bus on me training, you can come to my office and do all that stuff. I promise you, it will not be there. On average, when these companies do it, 3 to 5 years, they're gone. Every one of them. It's the same story. I've been doing this 23 years. When you hear lifetime, LaShonda, run, because they can't. Like, let me ask you, if I said, hey, Shawna, if you pay 3 years in advance of the X plan for XLeads, I'll give you lifetime access. Would you consider doing that?
No.
It's too risky. Even you know it.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Because there's a cost to data. Right. There's a real cost to it. So the only reason people sell lifetime is to maximize their sales. And it's 100% disappointment rate. Right. Do you know how many softwares and stuff I have lifetime access that I can't log in anymore? It's 100% a sale. There is a cost to support it. I have a basic charity website, and it cost me $500 a year just to keep it open and running. And, I do what I can, but I have a 501c3 and I help people out. But like, I can only do that for so long before the donations come in. I got to keep feeding it money. Everything costs money. So when people sell you and they make millions of dollars and then they go, I'm sorry, I sold the company. They go, well, I know he promised that, but we can't afford to do that. And that's the problem. And lifetime, guys, it's not enforceable. And that's the problem with it. And there's very big time people that have been offering these products over the last 5 years, and it's all coming to fruition right now. So you'll never hear lifetime access ever. It is the poison snake oil cells. And it is like, if you hear it, run, because very, very, very few companies can ever live up to it. And it's so funny. I get it all even when I go in my fishing world, people, you get lifetime warranty. Really? Lifetime? Can you give me a contract for that? Because what happens when you sell the business? What happens if you pass away? What happens if you change businesses? How do I access the lifetime? And that's the problem on all of it. And so I just, so we're clear on this, guys. If you want the best pricing, get it done by the 30th. Right. The world's not going to change. If you can't afford it, we have some things coming out to you after the 31st, but there'll be different price structuring for you. And if you guys are going to be in LA, we'll be there on the 9th and the 10th. Don't worry. We're going to record. We're going to take a bunch of data. And LaShonda, if you want to just give us feedback, we are wide open to it. And we're working on a better outlet for feedback so we can get like real changes in real-time data. So we have plenty of users to make that work. So I do appreciate you hopping on here. So
where do I send that information to?
You are going to send that one. Hold on, let me make sure I got the right one. Somebody's digging. Do that one at billing@xleads.com. Okay. And just put it on feedback and just, hey, here's the problem. If you can show like the data and just make sure it's not like an isolated problem, because there's not much I can do about isolated, and then we'll work on getting you an answer on it. Like an honest answer. Does that sound fair?
Yep, that's fair. Thank you.
Okay. Awesome. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on. So guys, I've got to run, but I actually get some work because I'm heading out to LA sometime next week. I don't know what I have a flight on that, but we'll figure it out. So do me a favor. If you guys want to learn more about XLeads, go to XLeads.com. Remember, we have freewholesaling.com. If you're new to wholesaling, if you want to learn how to do it without the big sales price tag on it, and you actually want to get the truth on it, go there. We have XLeads.com. All the pricing's on there. You guys can figure it out. Do what you can afford. That's going to help you get going. I'm not here to oversell you on it. And guys, listen, subscribe to this channel because you can get the recorded feedback, playback on it. And you can actually search the title like we did cash buyers today, and you can go through it in detail. And then remember, you have support at XLeads.com and you have billing at XLeads.com for your ninja mode and billing questions. So I appreciate you guys. Go out there, get some deals.